First time that you log into GrowthLoop, you'll be presented with a screen similar to this, where you're going to have to pick which data warehouse you want to connect to. Depending on which one you click on, there could be some different settings that pop up below. But the general theme, which each one of the cloud warehouses we can connect to, is we need a service account with permissions to the tables that we want to build marketing use cases off of. So any one of your warehouses here, you can go through this setup process. If you've already completed this step within the GrowthLoop application, you can always get to that same screen to create a new source connection by going to Organization, Source Connections, and then add new source connection. There's many ways that we can connect to your data warehouse and meet your data where it lives. Looking at the source connection page here, BigQuery, Snowflake, Redshift, Databricks, and even SQL Server we can connect to here. We won't go through how we connect to each one of these databases or cloud data warehouses right now, but setup is documented on docs.growthloop.com. Feel free to check those out if you want to take a look at how easy it is to connect to these cloud warehouses. In our GrowthLoop account here, we've actually connected a bunch of different dataset groups, both to BigQuery databases, living in different projects and pulling data out of those. We have a bunch of dataset groups set up. We'll focus today on retail customers. This dataset group has a few different tables that we're connecting to directly from BigQuery. Key value differentiator here with using GrowthLoop is we are reading data as it lives within your BigQuery environment. So all your tables, this is BigQuery here, all your tables as they live in your warehouse, GrowthLoop reads from these tables and just builds audiences off of this data. So we're not copying data to our infrastructure. It's never leaving your environment. It's all going to live within your current BigQuery setup, making it secure, very privacy focused, so we're not moving data from one cloud to another. It stays where it is. Dataset groups can entail multiple dataset tables. Typically that consists of a primary dataset, like a customer level table. You can call it C360, golden profiles. There's a lot of ways that we can name that table. And then on top of that, we connect secondary datasets that would be transactions, coupon codes, abandoned carts. This could be web events from GA4 data. Really, the sky's the limit for how we connect those tables. But again, very easy to join those within the GrowthLoop application. You don't have to do anything as far as building a schema to conform to on the GrowthLoop side. Once these are pre-joined, marketing and business users then have access to build audiences off of these data sets. Data can change within BigQuery. GrowthLoop reads the data as it lives. So values that update, schema that changes, GrowthLoop just conforms to those changes instead of you having to make mapping changes on our side.